Hey there, folks. It's me, Chris, with Gig Man's Life. Yeah, baby, it's a Gig Man's Life indeed. And of course, on this channel, we're all about the gig economy, freelancing on the internet, driving, rideshare, or delivery. What puts money in your pocket is what concerns us the most, and things that can affect it. Bad actors, even if they are the multi-billion-dollar companies, we're going to call them out. And of course, this is one of the things that we should all be screaming at the rideshare companies, especially Cuban Lyft driver arrest for sodomizing passenger at gunpoint in Kentucky church parking lot. Yes, Mr. Diaz here was arrested February 5th, the day after the alleged assault, where he took a mother of four, 30-year-old, to a church's parking lot, brandished a gun, threatened her, did what he did, and then dropped her off to her appointment like it was nothing, like he didn't do anything. Now, people are going to go and be on the side that, yes, he should be deported. I agree he should be deported. But also at the same time, he needs to serve the time. He needs to be in our jails and serve the time. And then, upon his release, sent back to his home country, because this type of behavior cannot be tolerated by any citizen, and shouldn't be tolerated, and shouldn't be given a reason for him, after he serves his time, to remain in this country. If he's going to see more of what happens, and probably be sent right back, because this is the thing. I'm pretty much sure he was in jail in Cuba. There's a lot of people that go into jail in Cuba, and given a choice at times, especially during times where people are oh, they're coming from Cuba, they're refugees. Yeah, for somebody like this who did what he did brazenly, yeah, there is questions with these allegations. And of course, in the other articles, which all the articles confirm parts and have embellished a little bit more on the story. Of course, her lawyer is concerned that this gentleman will get deported before seeing justice. ICE is detaining him on a request to go and start the procedures so that he is removed from the country. But I would be saying, let him suffer in an American jail. I totally think that he needs to suffer in an American jail before he's deported. And I wouldn't be too surprised that his whole thing, if he's trying to do things, is to go and say, I have a kid here now. Excuse me. But in any case, this is what affects us as people who do rideshare. There's already people stealing people's identities. Now, can you imagine that they go and come to your door because somebody stole your identity to work rideshare, got past all the other things, working rideshare does this, and they show up at your home. They show up at your home looking at you and bringing you downtown for this guy's crimes. This is where they have to have more centers to go and have people check in and do some training. You know, I will say this as everybody goes like this and says, how much training does it take to go and deliver an order? To go and put it next to the door? To drive somebody around? Well, let's go on to this. Do you work in an office? Do you work a public-facing job that usually requires you to go and take harassment training every year? Well, I've done that twice. 10 years doing corporate security, 10 years doing IT security. And I will tell you, it does not prevent bad behaviors from happening, but make sure that the company, it won't be as liable as these companies should be. And these lawyers looking at it, which I would really love these lawyers to start watching the video and saying, but you're not a lawyer. Well, asset protection. Protect my ass. Yeah, I am not a lawyer. I am not giving legal, financial, or any real world advice. I am just saying what part of us are thinking is that this is bullshit. That simple training, yes, is going to reduce X amount of it. Paying for that training would be a better thing. To go back out and start saying with all these cases, especially the $8.5 million in Arizona for that passenger, that decision against Uber. Well, if you're going to start doing training, harassment training for all drivers every year, and stepping forward, instead of saying, we're going with the driverless, you'll have robots pick you up. You don't have to worry about that. Although now you're going to have to worry about if the car is going to function properly. Or worse, any electromagnetic interference, somebody hacking it, or electromagnetic interference from sunspots and solar storms, which have fun with that, because that's all the things that can happen with driverless cars and relying on technology, then having actual people behind the wheel and training the people to provide the service as you see fit the service should be provided. You are the apparent agent for booking these rides, so it might be a lot better to make sure. I just find it funny that DoorDash is getting paid to go to Waymo vehicles to close the doors. And that will soon to become a hustle, because you'll have people go, oh, just leave the doors open if you're on Waymo. Help a DoorDasher out. And I will tell you, the app drivers union sending me texts and stuff like that about joining, they can go and whoop. Because if you're not talking about training, you are not addressing the issues like this gentleman, making sure that people understand keeping people from stealing people's identities. You're not helping out the industry. You're helping yourself like any other union. And we all know union bosses right about now just love to go and say, like the one who is the longshoremen's union, oh, we will cripple you. Doesn't take long to replace you with the machinery and to go and get non-union workers to be doing things and to be sitting there not with other union workers, helping their kids out, being in a nice little place with your gold chains, your Rolex, and acting like a mob boss. It kind of goes and affects the sympathies of people that you represent, that you want to help them keep their jobs when you were acting like an ass. But anyways, yes, I have my usual hat in the wash right now, and I do not like looking like a fluorescent Tim Pool. So, I am just going to say this at the end. I hope everybody who went out there to hustle today during this storm has gotten what they've earned the safest possible way and got home safely. There is choices that you got to make. I made the choice to stay home today to take care of things at my house and take a little downtime. So if you're out there hustling anywhere else watching this, I hope that you have a great night and you made the money. So take it easy, take it safe, and remember, we're all sharing the roads.